Welcome back to another riveting episode of the Journal Worthy Day. Riveting.
This used to be connected right here. So someone cut it off.
One thing you may not know about myself and Brittney is that we are both homeschool graduates. I was homeschooled. But I was homeschooled the whole 12 years all the way through, and Brittney had a few, 3 years? 3 years in public school. Other than that, we're both homeschool grads, so we've decided to continue that tradition on with our kids. This week, we've been working so hard to plan the kids' school.
Anyway, so I was going to share with you.
I haven't done a thing. She did all this.
So I was going to mention 5 things that I've learned from my mom and other mentors planning the homeschool year that I've realized are very useful when trying to figure out what curriculum and getting the year planned out.
Numero uno.
Grab a cup of coffee or tea or wine if that's what suits you. And do some praying. Just pray about the year. God knows the individual needs of your family. It's helpful to have that guidance starting out, and the Lord just really helps with the stress of trying to figure this out. Number 2 is take time to plan,
Really?
Number 2 is taking the time to slowly look through the curriculum because there are so many options. So don't try to jump in and figure it out in an hour. Just take your time and try to find what's best for your child. Take it from there.
Okay, tell me what these books are about over here.
These for dinosaurs. Next, this one.
My third tip, I think, would be planning around major events. Once you figure out what curriculum you're using and planning out those big events, like for example, this year we have a baby coming in February. So we're trying to I'm planning to start school a little early this year. That way we can have that time off when the baby gets here. I think finding the planner that works for you is great because I was really overwhelmed looking at the different planners. I mean, curriculum's overwhelming, but planners too. Some of them are very, very strict and, have you on a just really tight schedule, and others are looser and it can be overwhelming as well. And number 5, which I think is probably one of the most important things, is to relax. Your homeschooling journey will look different from the mom down the street and the ones in your co-op or your mom or whoever else you know that's homeschooling. And you can easily get so frustrated. I know I have in the past trying to compare myself and what my kids are learning to everyone else. So relax and know you're doing a great job, or will do a great job.
So since she does all the mental work, it's my job to do the physical work. Not really. There's one thing I really want to work on with the kids, which is one of the major regrets of my life until the last few years. I've gotten a lot more consistent in working out physically the last few years, and I really want that to be a part of our kids' natural upbringing, that they don't have to, once they turn 16 or 20 or 25 or whatever, try to get into the habit of working out every day. So we're trying to get them in the habit of every day you go work out, go do something, even though they're super active and there's no need for them to work out right now. But we want them to be in the habit so that one day when it's not so natural that they're still doing it every day, it's just part of their day. And right now, that mainly means trying to play games. A lot of workout is Simon Says. This week, T-ball has come to an end for Marshall and his team, and oh, what a week it was. Like I mentioned before, I thought we would be those calm and collected parents, but That did not happen. And it didn't happen with anybody this week. We had a World Series quality T-ball game this week. Now it was so crazy and we were all on our feet screaming and clapping and chanting that I didn't get any video of the game. We got some afterwards, but let me give you the story of what happened anyways. So we're playing the Bombers. The Bombers had never been beaten, so our kids were kind of down and were like, oh, we probably can't beat them. We were trying to encourage them. And the Bombers were up by 2 runs in the 4th inning, which is the last inning in T-ball. We were last to bat. We had 2 outs. Marshall was on first, the little girl was on second, and Sawyer, one of Marshall's good friends there, was up to bat. We had to get 2 of those runs in, and Sawyer just waylays it to the outfield, and they run in. Marshall scores the winning run, and Sawyer comes right behind to put the icing on the cake, and everybody went nuts.
I never thought T-ball was going to be that exciting, but that one game was pretty awesome.
Definitely the way to end the season.
Talking to the kids earlier about what they wanted to be when they grow up, and so I was asking them the questions, and here's a little snippet of what their answers were.
Oh, hush.
Yeah. You wake up from your nap? Yeah. What do you want to be when you grow up, Marsh?
Cop.
You want to be a cop? What do cops do?
Arrest people.
They arrest people? Is that all they do?
No.
What else do they do?
Well, sometimes they get rid of traffic.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A big kid.
You want to be a big kid when you grow up?
Yes.
What else do you want to do?
But I still love car. I want to be big now.
Well, what's a big kid do?
Talk.
They talk? What do they talk about?
Be mean sometimes.
Marshall.
Big kid stuff. And did you mean?
Good job, baby.
They drink. What do they drink?
Water and milk and juice.
Well, don't you drink those?
Tea. I want to be a big kid like a girl. Like has long hair like you.
Okay.
Like a lip. Like you. Like the same hair like you.
I think it is important to ask our kids as they're growing up what they want to be when they grow up. The earlier you know what you want to do when you grow up, I think the better. So you can try a lot of things, you can see what you like, see what you don't like. We want to push our kids into knowing what interests they have, what talents they have, so they can really live out to their fullest potential throughout their lives. And the earlier they can figure that out, the better. So we should ask them all the time, what do you want to be when you grow up? Next week, we're going to visit my aunt and uncle and see some of the places I went to when I was a kid, so it should be a blast. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell button so you get notifications when these things come out, and we will see you next week. Bye.